Winter has arrived. At least here in Utah.
Our friends down in Austin are still rocking shorts and going mountain biking.
But we're okay with that because winter and snow means we have the opportunity to play outside in ways we can't the rest of the year, like skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, all that good stuff.
But winter also means it's time to break out the layers, especially if you plan to go hiking, cross-country skiing, or any other activity where you'll be working hard in the cold, but also need to stay warm when you stop for a snack break.
Also, layering's just a good call anytime. So we tested out a bunch of nice, cozy, insulated jackets, all synthetic, all PFAS-free, all more sustainable options to help you figure out which one is right for you and your specific type of adventure preference.
Just remember, the most sustainable gear is gear you repair and re-wear, and stuff you buy used. So explore those avenues first if sustainability is important to you.
So let's get into it, shall we?
First up, we have the Heli Hansen Odin Stretch Insulated Jacket 2.0. There are small, stretchy panels under the arms that offer a bit more breathability, but also freedom of motion, which makes sense because Heli Hansen designs their gear for mountain pursuits. You know, mountaineering and backcountry skiing and such. It doesn't offer the kind of stretch you might find in a hybrid jacket. We just reviewed a handful of those. So if that's what you're looking for, we'll drop a link below so you can check that out. But hey, I'm always down for a bit more breathability. It's hoodless, which makes it easy to layer, though there's also a hooded version. And the fabric feels durable and has just a touch of stretch, which is nice and makes it great for activities where you're hypermobile. There's only one cinch cord in the waist, which is fine, and the zippered hand pockets and low-profile chest pocket are designed to lay mostly flat. I mean, all the details on this jacket make it feel very high quality. The cuffs are unique. They're more of a hidden, wide, comfy stretch band that's kind of tucked under the end of the sleeve a bit. It seems like a way to extend the insulation all the way down the sleeve, but also less loosey-goosey around your wrist. I personally like it a lot, is what I'm saying. This jacket calls on recycled sheet insulation instead of down-like flake insulation, which personally I don't have a problem with because that means you won't have as many cold spots from stitching or shifting insulation bunching up anywhere. The Odin Stretch Insulated Jacket is mostly made of recycled materials, including 100% of the outer fabric and 55% of the insulation. Plus, it's Blue Sign approved and has a PFC-free water repellent treatment. It's not the roomiest, but there's still plenty of room to layer it over a fitted base layer or two. Anything more than that, and I would size up. But honestly, this might be my new favorite jacket for layering and as an outer layer for cooler days. Also, this color really pops in photos. It comes in a small to double XL for men and an extra small to extra large for women. There are a few color options for both, and a men's weighs about 17.5 ounces, give or take.
Next up is the Crazy Cozy Houdini Double Dunree. It's just as delightfully soft as the Dunree, which we reviewed last year, but with twice the insulation, making it an excellent outer layer or super warm insulating layer when you're mountaineering, hiking in the mountains, downhill skiing, you name it, as long as it's in really cold temps. The hood is ridiculously insulated and roomy in the best way possible. The hood and hem are adjustable via bungees, and there are 2 zippered hand pockets, 2 interior mesh stash pockets that are huge, and an interior zippered chest pocket for like valuables, sunglasses, whatever. Oh, and the hand pockets are high enough to stay out of the way of backpack straps and harnesses, by the way, which win. It's obviously not as packable as the original Houdini Dunree, which is one of Josh's all-time favorite mid-layers, but it's still impressively light for how warm this is. The jacket is just over 24 ounces for a women's medium. I mean, this thing feels like wearing a puffy cloud. The insulation and fabric are 100% recycled, and the jacket can be recycled at the end of its life. Just send it back to Houdini. That means, yeah, this jacket is circular, which is awesomely sustainable. And yes, it's also water resistant, but PFAS free. Just as importantly, it's so soft, comfortable, and warm. The ripstop fabric is soft, and the more durable material at the shoulders and on the tops of the arms means it can also stand up to moderate wear and tear. The fit is a pretty boxy cut. This is a small, by the way, which I think is a smidge too big for me. It doesn't have a drop hem or feminine fit in particular, but we don't care when the jacket is this stupendously cozy. I mean, this is by far the warmest jacket on this list. I absolutely wore it on its own in winter weather and as a super warm overcoat when I was enjoying an evening hike or just wandering around town. As for wearing it as a mid-layer, I do recommend it only if your shell is extra roomy. After all, you don't want to compress the insulation too much or it won't be as effective. But I would say this one is likely more suitable for less high output pursuits, or as a layer you pack to throw on when you take a break during high output pursuits. Basically, if you're looking for a super warm layer for really cold days, this is the one. It's the most expensive one on this list, but if sustainability and warmth are the priority, this is your jacket. It comes in extra small to XXL for women and men, and in 3 mostly neutral colors for both.
Next up, the Jones Dark Start Recycled Hoodie. Now, I don't know about any dark starts. We're not early risers over here at Terradrift, but whatever time of day you manage to get out of the house and hit the trail, this jacket delivers. If you haven't heard of Jones, don't feel bad. I hadn't either until recently. But I did only recently move to mountains and start paying attention to snowboard brands, and it is a snowboard and winter gear brand that's super committed to sustainability. For one, they collect and recycle snowboards and process the materials to make new snowboards, which almost no one is doing. Don't ask me why. But they also offer sustainable apparel, including the Dark Start hoodie, which is made with 100% recycled fabric and insulation. Plus, it's made with PFC-free DWR, and materials are Okotex certified. It features 2 hand pockets and a zippered hidden chest pocket, which the whole jacket stuffs into for compact stowage, plus 2 interior stash pockets and an adjustable hem. It's tolerably stretchy, which makes it a good jacket for layering, and feels supremely breathable, which could be because of how the insulation is actually placed inside the jacket. As you can see, there's a lot of empty space within the sewn baffles, which means a lot of cold spots. Now, I didn't feel those cold spots too acutely during testing, but if you're wearing this jacket on its own over just a base layer, say, you will probably notice a difference. A bit more of a chill, that is. I don't know if that insulation will spread out over time or what, but if it does, we'll let you know. There's a moderate amount of insulation in there, though, so it's pretty warm and the fabric doesn't feel as soft as some other jackets. But that's likely because of the added stretch, and I didn't mind that too much. It's designed to wear over a shell in addition to under one as an insulating layer, so you can wear it how you want. Not that you couldn't do that with lots of other jackets, just size up if you plan to layer it over your shell. Though it's plenty roomy enough for a layer or 2 underneath, even if you order your usual size. The hood fits just right. Snug and secure, and definitely stays put. Basically, this one is ideal for cold weather activities, especially ones where you'll be on the move, like hiking or backcountry skiing, and you need your layers to breathe. A medium weighs about 18 ounces, and it does pack into its own chest pocket, in case you're wondering. This one is only available in unisex sizing. That means the brand labels it as men's, but all that means is it's not fitted in an hourglass shape. Anyone can wear it as long as their size is available.
This is the Mountain Hardwear Ventano jacket, and I've got to say, I was impressed with this one. When I first put it on and noticed that it's less fitted than I often like my jackets to be, I didn't think I would reach for it as often as I did, but frankly, it layers perfectly over bulkier layers like a fleece. which I loved on cold days. The synthetic insulation on this one is blown in, which means not only is this particular insulation nice and silky, but it's nice and fluffy too. Not that there's a ton of it. This is more of a winter mid-layer or cool weather outer layer, of course. I loved it for both, by the way, mid and outer layer. In any case, it pretty well replicates the softness and loft of down, but, you know, without the animal cruelty. Also, it's recycled. The insulation, that is. The outer fabric is a soft but durable virgin nylon. As for features, this jacket has plenty. For starters, I love the hoodless design. It makes it immensely layerable. No excess hoods to bunch up and get in the way, you know? It has 2 zippered hand pockets, naturally, one of which the entire jacket can stuff into for easy portability, and a zippered chest pocket, which I'm always a fan of. And it only weighs between 10 to 13 ounces on average, by the way. Now, there aren't any internal drop pockets inside the jacket, but there is a little slot to slide your headphone cord through the inside of the pocket in case you're still doing the wired headphone thing. I am, sometimes, and I'm a huge fan of this feature. The bungee on the hemline is adjustable from inside the pockets, and the ends of those cords have little clips on them, which means you can easily secure keys or gloves in there so you don't have to worry about them falling out and getting lost. Huzzah! If you have lost your gloves and need new ones, by the way, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell because we have a review of more sustainable PFAS-free gloves and mittens dropping soon. You're not going to want to miss it, is all I'm saying. As for ordering one of these jackets for yourself, if you do plan to layer it over bulkier items, don't be tempted to size up in order to do so. Just order your normal size because there's plenty of extra room in the arms and torso. If you're looking for a more fitted layer, on the other hand, I'd size down with this one. I'm wearing the extra small, by the way. It's available in an extra small to an XL for women and a small to an XXL for men, plus in a handful of colors for each. And I like the colors personally. Fabric has a nice kind of almost iridescent shimmer to it. Very eye-catching.
Now, if this wasn't enough insulated jackets for you, we've reviewed others in seasons past, so we'll link to those reviews below if you're looking for even more options.
Because who doesn't love more options? You should definitely go check those out. Then check out even more winter gear over at Terradrift.com and find quirky videos you won't see here on YouTube over on Instagram. We're at Terradrift. Also on X and Facebook.
X. Then gear up responsibly, stay warm out there, and wander on.